it's Holly here from Your Past is a Gift. I always have to check the buttons because I don't want to be blah, 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 talking, and it's not recording. So that's why my eyes always wander when I start, just making sure everything's the way it should be. All right. So, we were talking about in the previous one, I was going to go on to another subject, but I thought that was going to take too long. When we are children and an adult doesn't make time for us, okay, they've got no time to listen to you as a child, they've got no time to spend with you as a child, then the child starts to find other ways to distract himself, I guess, or, herself. They look for other ways to keep themselves amused. But the other day at the park, talking to a mum, I just had this moment, this absolute revelation, with my daughter, okay, she's now 5, but at any time, if I'm busy on the computer, I'm doing things, I'm uploading the videos, I'm editing, I'm, putting all the music in, doing all this stuff, and I'm busy. And she sees I'm busy now, and she knows, or even when I was writing the book, I spent hours on the computer, putting this all this information in to be able to get it published. And this is the first year that she's seen me so busy, on the computer all the time, or working all the time, constantly doing things. And so she's learnt in this last year to entertain herself with the iPad. If I'm too busy, or with the TV, turn on ABC Kids, watch that for a while. We've got your Sesame Streets and all this, the fun stuff that's all for kids. But the truth of it is, okay, many times she'll come up to me and she'll say, can we play? And I'll be like, I'm busy. Can you, mummy's busy. I just need more time. And she'll go and entertain herself, whichever way she can. There's a lot of parents that seem to think that their kids would much prefer to be on an iPad, to be on what are the PlayStation games, whatever they're called, I think it's called PlayStation. Those games that kids play, the electronic games, or they'd rather be on the computer playing games, or whatever it is, right? They're technology driven. And the truth of it is, I just realized the other day talking to my little one, she came to ask me to play. And I was busy. I was uploading the videos. And I thought, no, I can do that later. And we played. We played for a good hour straight. And she was so happy, that I made that time to sit with her, to interact with her, and to play with her. She's still playing with dolls, which I don't find that interesting to do, but sorry if you get to hear this later. It's not my favorite thing to play. But, pretending that you're a doll and making voices for them, but that's what we do, right? And so I realized later what happens is we keep going up to our parents, but our parents are always too busy. They're always too busy. They're always too busy to make time to talk to you, to sit with you, to spend time connecting, because that's what we're here for. And so what happens is the child, it eventually will turn into a teenager, and this teenager, you find your own friends that you can connect with and you can talk to, but they slowly start to withdraw. They slowly start to feel, the child and the teenager, that they're not seen, that they're not heard, that they're not important. They're not important enough for you to spend time with them. Because one of the most precious gifts that you can give anyone, and mostly a child or a teenager, is to sit and listen to them, talk to them, but not you instructing them on what to do and how to do. This is not talking. To talk is to actually sit and just listen to them. Listen to them. Especially if it's a teenager. What are they trying to say to you? Because for the longest time, if you're telling a child that you're not interested in what they have to say and you don't have the time to listen to them, there will come a time that this child won't even know what to say to you when they're grown up. They won't know how to relate to you because you've never made the time for that. And in the previous video, we talked about, if this is your last day, what are the most important things in your life? Because I can promise you, it is not that job and that money coming in and that house and that car and that all the other stuff, that we've been conditioned to think that's the most important thing. That now every member of the house has to be working to obtain all these things to be a success in the world. And at the end of the day, and I can promise you this, you'll be on your deathbed and none of that, you'll look back on all of that and you'll think, none of that was important. None of it. The only thing you'll remember are the people you loved and the people that loved you, and the relationships that you've had, the connections that you've had. So in the next video, it's interesting because I've been watching lots of videos, on YouTube, trying to understand subjects like suicide and trying to understand subjects like mental illness. And the other day I stumbled on one, schizophrenia, because now it's popped up. I've had 2 friends in my lifetime that their mums have had schizophrenia. And somehow when you don't know a topic, when you don't understand it, you instantly fear it. And you're afraid of this person without knowing anything about it, I think it's the natural reaction that we have. We're afraid of it. We don't know anything about it, so it must be horrible, Instantly, that's the reaction that we take, rather than educating ourselves, right, and learning about it. And that's what I did, with the schizophrenia, and I just learned so much, just listening to people that have had it, and, their feelings and everything they've been through because of what they've had, so that's just one topic that I went through. And you just learn so much, but at the end of the day, with all the different videos that I watch, the one thing it always comes down to, is connection. Because I watched a video today and the lady was talking about, I missed her name, should have written it down, doesn't matter. So she was talking about passion, and she was talking about how you don't follow your passion because you just put this stress on yourself that you have to have a purpose, this calling. And it's one thing, we've been conditioned to think that we have this calling and it's one thing, that's our purpose in life. And today I can tell you that there is one purpose for everyone in the world. Doesn't matter who you are. Your one purpose is to connect to others. Your one purpose is love. To feel loved. To give love. That connection is what I'm talking about. When you see each other, you accept each other for who you are. That connection. That love. None of us can survive without that love, without that connection. And when we try to, because of what we've been through, when we try to live without love, live without connecting to others, we try to withdraw to protect ourselves, that's when many issues flare up. Many issues like depression, issues like suicide, because we're so disconnected, we feel so alone in the world, so separate from everything else, and it's an illusion, because we are connected to everyone, to everything. We all have this energy, and this energy connects all of us. And when in our minds, when we feel that we're not connected, that's when it all starts to go downhill. Anyway, I want you to think about that today. That's our one purpose in life for all of us, is to love and be loved and to connect in that way. All right, my darlings, remember to click like and subscribe below so you don't miss any of the messages, and please share. Share them around, pass them around, they're free. I won't charge you for them, I promise. All right, because you never know whose life you might touch with this message today. Okay, my darlings? All right, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video, okay? Bye for now.